Welcome back to the channel, guys. You join me on these lovely settings on a farm today, and it was raining earlier, so I asked my customer if I could use this little barn. We've just got a set of front pads and discs to do on this. I'll show you once we get a bit more light in there. My name's Kirby, and this is a day in the life of a mobile mechanic. And before I get started, just want to say thanks to all the new subscribers. The channel in the past week or so, like one video up here has got 30,000 views, which is wild. Yeah, and I wanted 5,000 subscribers by June. We are now mid-February and it's gone up to like 3,500, so I think we'll make that target. We'll have to make a new target once we get there, because I think we'll definitely get there, hopefully get there. So yeah, if you're watching this and you've maybe watched one or two of my videos, hit the subscribe button. What would you guys say the new target should be after 5,000? What's the new target should be by June, or even by the end of the year? 100,000? Is that too ambitious? Let me know in the comments. Now I've already got the wheel nuts out, but this wheel is on there. So a little tip, if it is stuck on, take all the wheel bolts out, screw one in a little bit, and then just give the inside of the wheel bit of a tap. Now the reason why we put the bolt in is so the wheel don't come flying out. Yeah, I won't really show you much because we've all seen some brakes being done, but it's Monday and I've woken up today in a can't be bothered mood. Anybody else feel like the weekend just goes too quick? We just need a few more hours in bed on a Monday. And then you get up and it's chucking it down with rain. It doesn't inspire you much. But hey ho, we're here. We've got a fairly easy day. Doing these brakes, I've also got to fix a reverse sensor on this as well because it's fallen through after a bump. So I've got that to do. I've got a set of rear pads and discs on that cash guy from the other day where we done the service and the front brakes. And then we've got, so I'll leave the link up here on one of my weekly videos. I've done some rear shoes on a Peugeot Boxer, and he texted me the other day saying handbrake isn't working. So we're going to go have a look at that and then do a gearbox oil service on his pickup truck, Nissan Navara. Now I've rung Nissan and they say they don't list a filter for the gearbox, so we're just going to do the oil. I did think there was a filter for it, but apparently not, according to them. Look at that. All that is just metal to metal. They can't be good. Must admit, doing brakes is quite boring, but it's what pays the bills. It's what I call the cream. Nice easy work, pays okay, it's just boring, it's the same thing. Right, so front brakes are done. Just got this rear bumper off. There's a couple of 8mm that just go into here, a couple of 8mm under there. I did take the light out, which you don't need to. And then this was the sensor that was out, and actually it's quite a good design because it just slots in here first, and then you've got these two clips down here, and that's secure in there. It must have just been pushed out somehow. But yeah, so no gluing needed. Sensors back in, and then the customer shouldn't hear a continuous beep when he's trying to reverse anymore. Put this all back together and get on to the next one. Right, that one series is done. I popped that sensor back in, went to test it afterwards, and none of the sensors were working. Or the reverse sensors weren't working. He said whilst the sensor was inside the bumper, it was just continuously buzzing, but yeah, when I put it back into its place, none of them are working, and it was coming back with a fault for the middle one on the left. So I don't have time to have a look at that any further today. But he's not bothered. He just wanted it pushed back in so it looks nice and whatever. So yeah, just stopped at the shop, tried to see if they had a bag of enthusiasm, but they didn't. All they had was these 2 big Red Bulls. So that's going to have to do, I guess. We've just got to go and pick up some gearbox oil from Nissan. It takes 10 litres of gearbox oil. And he said, I've got one 5-litre bottle and one opened 5-litre bottle with about 4.8 in it. Right? So I don't know if he's expecting a full price for this second-hand oil, and then yeah, got to go do those rear brakes and then finish off having a look at this Boxer. I just can't be bothered today. Someone give me some motivation. Anybody else get the blues on Monday? I think I just went to bed late and didn't eat breakfast, so that doesn't help. But anyway, we'll see you at the next job. Right, we are back with this Nissan Qashqai because we saw that the rear discs and pads were also worn. So this one's got an electronic handbrake. So we've got to use the computer just to wind the pistons back, and then we can get started. So we've got the top scan out to wind these pistons back. Touch start before replacing rear brake pads, and you can just hear the pistons winding back, and there we go, it's complete. And you can just see how corroded these discs are. And if I show you the pads, the outer one is pretty much metal to metal there. Right, we're all done, so we get in, just press the brake pedal slowly until you feel it get hard, and then we come back on to the top scan. So after replacing brake pads, touch start, waiting for operation. Right, this will be last job of the day. Because I was meant to do a gearbox service on his Nissan Navara, and I went to the unit to go get my gearbox pump, and I should have a box full of adapters, which I thought was on my van, which it's not. So I had a look around the unit, it's not in the unit either. I rang the pollen filter king, and because he's got my old van at the minute because his engine's blown up. More on that. Well, he's put a new engine in, what's meant to be a new engine or a reconditioned sort of thing, low mileage and top end's knocking. So, but anyway, it's not on my old van, so I don't really know where that is. But anyway, back to this Peugeot Boxer. The handbrake, as you can see, is up, and the van isn't rolling back. So I've just put it into reverse. Well, let's just put it into first because I don't want to go into my van. Handbrake's still up. I'm just going to come off the clutch. It moves just about. So we're going to have a look at the adjustment, possibly on the cable where it joins at the back. Because if we have a look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's quite a lot of travel there. Right, so I've just scurried underneath. I'm just going to loosen this outer bolt. There's one outer 13 here. So I'm going to just loosen that up a little bit. And then there's another one here, which I think is about a 15. So let me just go get that. Right, I'm back with my 15 and a 17 because I don't want to get out of here more than once. And it's a good job I didn't bring just a 15 because that doesn't fit. Watch it be a 16 now. No, that fits. Gonna give that a few adjustments. Make sure there's still some slack there. Right, I've resorted to taking the wheel off, jacking both sides up because that adjustment didn't work. So just through this hole here, you won't be able to see it. There's a little cog that will push the shoes out. So I'm just going to adjust that a little bit more and maybe, yeah, try it again. Now with the wheel off, just using my hands, obviously the handbrake is off. Can just about turn that wheel. With the wheel on, it's quite free. Right, handbrake on. I know that ain't budging. Right, that's both sides done. Let's jump in here. So we got handbrake up. We'll just put it into first. And I'll just come off the clutch like I was. So that's now locked onto the handbrake. That's me giving it some gas. Still holding. Right, that's me done. I've adjusted it again underneath. It holds loads better than it was when I first got here, but to be honest, until you get it on a bit of a incline, you're not really gonna know. I've adjusted those shoes as tight as they'll go. I've adjusted that piece underneath the middle, so if they feel like it's still not holding, you know, we can try some cables, but I don't think the cables are seized. They're moving. They're obviously holding, and yeah, I don't know. I know I wouldn't trust parking my van on a hill. It's got a lot of weight in it. But anyway, that's it for the day. One job down. I'm going to try and come back another day to get that gearbox service done, and that's it. So yeah, if you've liked the video, comment, like and subscribe. 5,000 by June. We're on about 3,500 now, so I think we can do it. So help me along, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.